Hello friends, crack 2 eggs into a bowl. Friends, it warms my heart to see where you're from. Share your country and city. Add 6 tablespoons of flour. It helps give the mixture structure and keeps it tender as it cooks. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Whisk everything together until it's nice and smooth. This step is simple, but it sets the base for the whole recipe. So take a moment and enjoy the rhythm of the whisk. Next, take 4 to 5 large potatoes. Chop the potatoes into smaller pieces. Working with potatoes always reminds me of those cozy family evenings when we'd sit together in the kitchen, peeling and cutting them for dinner. Potatoes are simple, yet they have a way of making every meal feel comforting and familiar. If you have any questions about the recipes, leave them in the comments and I'll respond as soon as I notice them. Place them into a pot. Cover them with water. Cook until they are soft and tender. While the potatoes cook, let's grate 3 ounces or 90 grams of soft cheese. Cheese has a way of making every dish feel a bit more special. I still remember watching my grandmother grate cheese over warm dishes. It always felt like the final touch that turned simple food into something comforting. The soft cheese will melt right in, giving us that creamy richness we're looking for. If you liked the video, feel free to give it a like. Your support is always welcome. Once the potatoes are ready, transfer them to a bowl. Add half a stick or 60 grams of butter. Mash everything together until smooth. As we mash the potatoes, I always think back to those evenings when the whole family would gather in the kitchen, each taking turns with the masher. Those simple moments felt so warm and brought everyone closer together. Then, pour in the egg and flour mixture we prepared earlier. Now, let's finely chop a bunch of parsley. I love adding parsley to dishes. It brings such a fresh burst of flavor and color. Plus, it's packed with nutrients, helping with digestion and providing a nice boost of vitamin C. Friends, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more recipes like this one. Once it's chopped, add it to the bowl with the potatoes. Let's make sure to mix all the ingredients well, so everything comes together nicely. Now, pour some olive oil onto a piece of parchment paper. Spread it evenly with a brush. Place about 1/4 of the mashed potato mixture into the paper, spreading it out in a square shape, just like shown in the video. Make sure to spread it out evenly. This will help the texture stay smooth and easy to roll later. Sprinkle the grated cheese on top. This will melt into the potatoes as it bakes, creating a delicious cheesy layer. In a frying pan, heat some olive oil. Chop one onion finely. I love using onions because they add depth and a gentle sweetness to so many dishes. They're also rich in antioxidants and have natural anti-inflammatory qualities, which are wonderful for supporting the immune system and overall heart health. Fry the onion until it becomes soft and golden. While the onion is cooking, grate one garlic clove on a mini grater. Garlic brings a warm, rich aroma that makes any dish feel more comforting. I always think of family dinners when its fragrance fills the whole house. It was the sure sign that something delicious was almost ready. Add the garlic to the pan with the onions. Now, grate one carrot. As I grate it, I always notice the bright color. It reminds me of helping my mom in the kitchen as a child. Carrots are naturally sweet and full of beta-carotene, which our bodies turn into vitamin A, so they're as nourishing as they are beautiful. Add it to the pan. Stir well. Now chop half of a red bell pepper. I love using red peppers. Their bright color and gentle sweetness always remind me of summer gardens. They're also full of vitamin C, which is wonderful for supporting our immune system. Add the chopped pepper to the pan with the other vegetables and give it a gentle stir, letting all the flavors come together. Next, slice half of a tomato. Tomatoes bring a lovely juiciness and a touch of natural acidity that balances the sweetness of the other vegetables. I still remember the smell of freshly cut tomatoes from my grandmother's kitchen. It always felt like the start of something delicious. Add the tomato to the pan and stir again, letting it blend with the peppers and onions. Next, add half a pound or 220 grams of ground beef to the pan. Stir it well and let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes, allowing the meat to brown evenly and develop its rich, savory flavor. As it cooks, you'll notice the wonderful aroma filling the kitchen. That's when you know it's coming together perfectly. Add half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of paprika, and 1 tablespoon of tomato paste to the pan. Stir everything together and remove it from the heat. Then take the beef mixture and spread it evenly over the potatoes. It always reminds me of childhood, when we used to prepare simple, comforting meals together as a family. After that, gently shape it into rectangular envelopes, just as I'm showing in the video. I can still picture my grandmother wrapping them with such care, making sure every bit of flavor stayed inside. It's those small details that bring a real sense of home, don't you agree? Now, let's move on. Warm a little olive oil in a frying pan, just enough to lightly coat the bottom. Gently place the envelopes into the pan and cook them on both sides until they form a beautiful golden crust. We're not cooking them through. Everything inside is already ready. We're simply giving them that perfect crisp exterior that makes the first bite so satisfying. Now repeat the process. Next, take 1 can of Greek yogurt and place it in a bowl. Add 1 teaspoon of tomato paste, 1 teaspoon of mustard. Now grate 1 garlic clove on a mini grater. Add it to the bowl. Next, add half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and half a teaspoon of paprika. Then, grate 1 marinated pickle on a mini grater. The pickle adds a gentle tang and just a hint of crunch. I always loved this step as a child, sneaking little bites while helping in the kitchen. Add it as well. Mix everything thoroughly until it's smooth. This sauce adds a gentle tang that balances the richness of the potatoes and beef inside our envelopes. It feels like the final touch that ties all the flavors together beautifully. Once our golden, crispy potato envelopes are ready, slice them and serve with a generous spoonful of the creamy sauce. Look at that beautiful crust. It's thin, crisp, and so inviting. With the first bite, you get the crunch of the potato, the savory beef filling, and the smooth, tangy sauce all together. It's such a comforting combination, the kind of dish that brings everyone closer around the table. Thank you so much for cooking with me today. I hope this recipe brings warmth and comfort to your family meals, just like it does in my kitchen. Until next time, happy cooking!